going to do this. I'm trying to figure it out. Why, hello there. I'm Holly Baglio, your hostess with the mostest, keeping issue with a focus. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I am La Chefette, Hol-A, making my favorite pasta dish. So, alright. I don't know what it's called, but here's the recipe. I don't know if you can read my terrible handwriting. Right, so you can always go back to 1 minute and 2 seconds and see my terrible handwriting. The only thing that's missing is well, I'm not getting it out of the garbage. You need a box of tri-colored pasta. Right, do I have another one? Yeah. You need one of these boxes of tri-colored pasta. And I held up the recipe for you before. Well, I kind of made some of it already, so pasta's there. You want a can of garbanzo beans. You rinse them and take off the skins too. I did that. Half cup of sun-dried tomatoes, 12 pepperoncini, but I kind of got them chopped up already, so it's kind of more like 3/4 of this jar worth of pepperoncini. They say 2 garlic cloves, but I'm going to use 4. And a half-pound mozzarella. So I guess I'm going to do the garlic first, because that's going to go in a different bowl. Because I got to mix up the sauce for it. Nobody's watching. Good. Now I can talk shop, really. Because nobody's watching. Usually, all the videos with bad titles are usually the videos where I have the best content, I think. I've had some things on my mind as far as the MK Ultra, my relationship with Yeshua, Keeper, Seva, my home, Abba, not testing me, what's that word I'm looking for? Refining me. Abba breaking me. I can't be running off going wild. Geez, even Peter was broken. Look at what the apostles went through. So, I'd rather do that now while I'm alive and get right with Yud Vav He versus when it's too late. Maybe if I put my hats back on, I'd have more viewers. I think I'm going to go do that. Much better. My ears don't hurt anymore. So my relationship with Yud Vav He has been on my mind, and him breaking me. I'm glad he did it, because I want to serve him. And if anybody's taken martial arts, you know that's what you do. You break yourself down before you can build yourself up. So that's about that. I'm getting my garlic ready for the chopper. So in a couple minutes you might want to lower your volume. I'm going to need the chopper a couple of times. So I'm making my favorite pasta dish. I put up the recipe at 1 minute and 2 seconds, my handwritten recipe. But I'll go back through it at the end. Hang on, I gotta chop up the garlic. That smells lovely. I eat raw garlic. I'll put salt on it too. Then it really gives it some bite. Alright, I think that's good. Ooh, there's a nice garlic chunk. I want it now though. Ooh, that'll work. So the recipe calls for 2 garlic things. I used 5. I always use more garlic than necessary. I gotta clean up my place. Alright, cool. So, this should be big enough, right? For half cup, 1/3 cup. I need olive oil and red wine vinegar. What's that? I have a lot of apple cider vinegar. Red wine. I guess it should be big enough. And olive oil. How much olive oil? 1/2 cup olive oil. Hey, Lincoln, I was just thinking about you. We got to go through that thing. But we'll talk about it in private later. I haven't eaten lunch yet, Lincoln. As soon as I eat lunch, I'll give you a ring. I'm actually cooking it right now. I don't think I need that. Another mess to clean. One-third cup red wine vinegar. That can go in the trash. Oh wait, no, I can't. Well, either way, I have to wash it. 1/3 cup. Anyway, I have to wash that because there's all that oil in it. Wow, she can see in the dark. I gotta give her a call back. Do I have to keep vinegar refrigerated? I can't remember if I have to keep this refrigerated. I don't think I do. Because it's vinegar. So I have to wash it now. May as well wash them now. I washed all the other pots. Like, I kind of wash as I go. I don't like having a mess, especially when I finish. I don't like a huge pile of dishes in the sink to be done. So I'd rather like stop in between and clean everything. Like when the pasta was done, just clean up all those pots. Because then you need the strainer all over again for the garbanzo beans. So this dish calls for 4 ounces of salami or pepperoni. I gave up eating pork because Yudhe called my attention to my diet. He speaks about our diets in the Holy Bible. But anyway, I don't eat it, so... and... what's next? Do you have any Grey Poupon? Tablespoon of Dijon mustard. That's a tablespoon, right? Tablespoon. Actually, let me do this. I'm right-handed. I was having trouble last night in training because I kept switching my hands and my feet. I was getting confused. So today I will, when I do my exercise, I'll switch and do the other side and work the other side out. And I'm ambidextrous, so it gets confusing. Certain things I'm ambidextrous in. That's because of martial arts, though. I wasn't aiming for that to happen, but when I started doing martial arts, I just became ambidextrous. And I was like, wait a minute. I just acquired a new skill, and I do think being ambidextrous is a new skill, is a skill in itself, especially if you can handwrite with the opposite hand. So I just always trained both sides. Do I stretch out before? Usually, yeah. And I definitely stretch out at the end. Because you have to warm up and you have to cool down. So, 4 garlic cloves, tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar, 1/2 cup olive oil, and 1/2 teaspoon of hot pepper flakes. Which one's a 1/2 teaspoon? There we go. Mix all this stuff in a bowl. Mix all this stuff in a bowl together. And that's like the sauce that goes with my pasta dish, so to speak. I'm going to need that in a minute. Oh, I didn't add any salt. You can add pepper too if you want. Mix it and mix it well. I usually don't put salt in it. I I usually add it at the end, like when I sit down to eat it. If the recipe calls for it, I put it in, of course. If the recipe calls for it. But anyway, you want to whisk all that. So, put that off to the side. You want to see what Chefette Hol-A. Oh yeah, there's like, I could add a cup of parsley, but a cup seems like a lot. How about a quarter cup of parsley? A cup of parsley. I think I usually forgot the parsley in this recipe, to be honest with you. Seriously. But you can add 4 ounces of salami or pepperoni, but I don't. And I don't bother to substitute it either. I just leave it out. Again, mix it very well. It smells so good. So now I have to have a half cup sun-dried tomatoes and a bunch of garbanzo beans. No, I'm sorry. About 3/4 of this jar worth of pepperoncini. I could just like dump it in there with my hands. I'm not sharing this with anybody else, it's just me. So these, I'm thinking about, I should put them in the chopper. They're already cut julienne style, but I don't know if I want them that big. To each his own, right? Rot. It should be to each his own. If I kept my stuff off the internet, it'd be private, and then my stuff would be my own. Here, I'm going to chop a little bit of that up first. Yeah, I think I like it chopped. I'm glad I chopped it. Okay, so you get a can of garbanzo beans. Take off the skin, guys. Rinse it and take off the skin. And then it says you want 12 pepperoncini. I don't know. I got a jar of julienne cut pepperoncini, and 12 pepperoncini usually comes to like 3/4 of a jar, I guess. So I can't wait to eat this. I haven't had this in so long. This is one of my favorite dishes. I can eat the daylights out of it. I really enjoy it. I've made this for people before, and all they did was complain and complain. I was like, you know what? Don't eat it. I'm really not insulted. You know why? Because it's more for me. Seriously. So I'm not insulted. You're not Sicilian anyway. You don't know what good food is. I'm kidding. Hey, good servant. I want the food, but I don't know. It's a pasta dish, Lincoln. It's a good one. I gave the recipe at 1 minute and 2 seconds, handwritten, but I'll go through the recipe again at the end. All right. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I like pepperoncini on my sandwiches, but I don't like overkill. I know people who always do overkill on these things, and it's like, or they slop a ton of crap together, and it's like, again, overkill, don't do that. Hold your ears. Yeah. I like it. Oops. So, we're good with the pepperoncini at this point. Now I need a half a cup sun-dried tomatoes. Just a half a cup. Doesn't seem like enough. I might add more in. Since I didn't add salami and stuff, I'll throw more in. I like pepperoncini. I shouldn't have put that jar away so fast. Actually. What's a great thing about cooking for yourself is, or just cooking in general, is because the chef can eat as the chef goes along. Ooh, I'm going to stuff it with sun-dried tomatoes. We should just throw the rest in. That's all right. I'll leave a couple. Oops. You can have it if you want to keep. I'll save a couple sun-dried tomatoes because I know I'm going to have extra mozzarella cheese. Yeah, you don't like that? I didn't think you would. It's okay. You don't have to have it. It's all right. Chop it up. I hope it chops up. course it's not going to, though. Damn it. I knew I should have done it first. I was trying to take the shortcut out. Well, you know what? I better not do that because it's not really fresh. If I heat up the sun-dried tomatoes, like if I soak them in water, then I'll be able to chop them up, hopefully small. My sauce over here is settling. So I'm heating up water because I can't run hot water through the filter on my tap. So while that's happening, this isn't exactly the mozzarella cheese I wanted, but it's mozzarella cheese nonetheless. The one I wanted was like $8. I was like, I'm gonna cheap it. Hey, Debbie, it's good to see you. I'm half Sicilian too, good servant, I believe. So 16 ounces, that's half a pound, right? So we'll take like 3/4 of this thing. Three-quarters of it should be good, right? I guess it's sliced, so this should make my job easier, right? Ugh, sorry. So I shall slice up the mozzarella some more. Oh my gosh, my fridge is so cold, I think it froze the mozzarella cheese. Ah. That, and I probably need to sharpen my knives too. There we go. Hey, Roxy, how are you? All day. I haven't gotten to the messages yet, Roxy. I did a couple of errands. I helped somebody out before. So now I'm trying to cook. And then I hope that I'm going to have a private engagement coming up this evening. And then I hope to do a video, a commemorative video of the private engagement. You guys will see. And then that leads me to the second person that I'm going to, and then hopefully it'll open up a few more avenues for other people to get water baptisms, baptized in the Holy Spirit and anointed in holy oil. Hint, hint, hint. But I can't talk about these things right now. But, you know, with my ordainment, this is what I want to do with it. But also I want to pray and fast, so when you guys have spiritual warfare, you can turn to me And maybe I can make myself, because that's what I want, make myself a vessel for Heavenly Abba to help all of us be victorious over these demonic attacks. And sometimes these demonic attacks, you know, you call out the name of Yeshua and they just don't go away. They just don't stop. Well, because it's like I underestimated jumper demons. Jumper demons are more common than people think. They're constant. Like that arachne that got my window. I showed you the window, right? That demonic attack on the side of my house manifested. So don't underestimate the things that I'm telling you. The reason why I'm telling you the things I'm telling you is because I know they're happening to you, because they've been happening to me for a while now. And we got to take charge. It's not in your mind. It's not in your imagination. But when you're calling out the name of Yeshua and these things aren't going away, you got to fast, number one. Number two, you got to go. Sometimes you need a second. But the second person you grab, they need to be honest and you need to feel comfortable with them. Pray that Abba brings you a second. And don't always jump at the first person that comes along either. I know we get very excited in these situations, as I do, but seriously, the second person will also have to join you in prayer and fasting to get rid of some of these things. So, all right, I'm cutting up 3/4 pound of mozzarella. I'm putting extra mozzarella in it because I'm so sad not to be putting salami in it, because I love salami. I used to feel so healthy when I ate this dish because there was salami, beans, mozzarella cheese, and pasta all wrapped up in one. But I guess, honestly, pork is not, oops, I shouldn't have done that. Honestly, I guess pork is not as healthy as we think it is. I know that now that I quit eating it, honestly, when it's cooking, I can't stand the smell of it. And I used to love bacon, but I cannot stand the smell of bacon, ham, or pork roll, or Taylor ham, whatever you call it, or just regular deli meat ham. Cooking, frying in a pan, baking in an oven, I can't deal with the smell of it. I really can't. I don't know what it is. I'm so turned off by it. It makes me vomit. To be honest, I don't mean to be vulgar, because a lot of my friends still eat all that stuff. Hey, to each his own. I'm not gonna. I used to love it, but even when I had that, even when I was a short order cook and somebody, they always wanted bacon and pork roll in it. The sausage didn't bother me for some reason so much, but the bacon, the pork roll, and the ham killed me every time. I was ready to get really sick right then and there. And again, I used to love this stuff, but not anymore. No offense, if you want to lose weight, get rid of the pork. Also, get rid of the pasta, breads, rices, carbohydrates, all the things I should be eating. Pepperoncini, mozzarella, I did good. And then the sun-dried tomatoes goes in here. I'm following the recipe. I don't know what it is, why all of a sudden it's like, I did something wrong. No. Alright, so in this one bowl, we've got pepperoncini, garbanzo beans, and mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella. Next, I've been soaking the sun-dried tomatoes in hot water, hoping that I can... It's hot. Hoping that I can get them chopped. Other than that, I'm going to have to do it by hand. I don't want to do it by hand. So I'll be here forever. It's already taking forever. Hey, Tellies. Yeah. Finally eating, too. I'll be your second any day, Roxy. I'm still in spiritual warfare. Eating pork, I actually got physically sick if I ate it. Yeah, I love bacon. Oh, my God. Oh, Alaskan king crab leg shrimp. Yep, I'm right there with you. And now I'm not going to judge anybody else that eats that. I'm really not. Because I get it. But God did say, you know, Holly, you're a picky eater. You're a picky eater anyway. What's it going to matter if you had a couple more things to it? What's it going to matter? What's it going to matter, Abba? I'm a picky eater. There's only a couple of things I like, and the couple of things I like, pork roll and cheese sandwiches, I love them. Alaskan king crab legs, shrimp, like, you take that away, and I'm down to only liking maybe one or two other things. Like, you're taking my diet away. But, oh, I like hot dogs, but in place of the pork hot dogs, I get the beef. So there are all right replacements. I will not do that turkey bacon stuff. But if there was like a beef bacon, I might try it. As long as it tasted just like the bacon. But that bacon, that all has to do with the seasonings anyway. I'll tell you what I miss is prosciutto. Ah, fresh mozzarella and prosciutto. I miss that. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Hey, don't feel so bad. Roxy, Heavenly Abba had to send somebody down to me to go, Holly, do you eat bugs? I'm like, no, they're gross. He's like, well, then look at your shrimp and crab legs as being the bugs of the ocean. I was like, oh. He's like, all right. I helped you. I can see that much. So, yeah, I just think of bugs. I love them, though. I love the bugs of the ocean. I can't help it. It's the only bugs I like. I mean, you said to love all the creepy, crawly things. I love my crab legs. Although they are just oversized spiders crawling on the floor of the ocean. It's great to see you, sweetheart. Amanda. Biscuits and gravy. Turkey bacon. I don't know about that, Roxy. I don't even think I want to try it. I'll just sadly give up my bacon. I didn't want to. But, you know, I'd rather, you know, make him happy than always be pleasing my own self, even if I have, like, even if I am a picky eater and there's really only a few things I like. Sorry, but my sauce stuff is, like, totally settling. Why is it doing that? Anyway. That's just so weird. So, where was I? Locusts or grasshoppers? Locusts. Alright, I'm not eating locusts. I have a strange feeling they don't taste like Alaskan king crab legs. And if they did, I still wouldn't want to eat them. Aren't those Katie looking things? Hey, Sarah. Man. Wow. See, I have trouble eating fish, like just fish itself. Okay, please, I hope this works this time. Wish me luck. Hold your ears too, by the way. It's gonna get loud. Seriously, turn down your volume. It's working. Wow, it's working. Awesome. Shavit, thank you, Heavenly Abba. Haha, you rock. I don't know, I don't want to cut it up too much, but I don't want to miss any chunks. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Before I mix it in with everything else, I kind of want to see if it's chopped. Like, good enough. I hope it is. I hope it's in those pieces. I guess it's chopped up enough. Like, I don't want any big chunks or anything. I just want small little pieces. Eat bugs if there's absolutely no alternative protein. Hey, I'll join you with the crab meat and shrimp, Roxy. Yeah. Alright. Good enough. So there's the sun-dried tomatoes, last ingredient. Good, so like, I'd rather drink protein shakes. I don't have that big of a huge mess of dishes to wash. Thank you, Abba. That is not cut up at all. This sun-dried tomato needs to be chopped. And now you are. So what are you guys doing on this happy Friday? I would like to come back later to do, and that message never even came across my screen, so I guess it's not a text message. I'd like to come back and do panels tonight, but I don't want to make any promises. I haven't called anybody. I still got to eat lunch. My dinner is half prepared. But yeah, I still didn't get lunch, so I'm running behind. All right, now at this point, I think what I should do is like, I don't know. Now I gotta add everything together. And I want it to all be in this pot when I'm finished. Can I put it in the fridge? Nope. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. I used to go there. I used to like it. Alright, you know what? Now, I guess I'll add the sauce. Smells good. Takes forever to make. It's worth it though, because it tastes so good, to be honest with you. And he likes to cook. I'll do the babysitting if somebody else wants to cook. I'll be cleanup crew if somebody else wants to cook. But then there's times it just pays off to be the one to cook and be the cleanup crew, if you know what I mean. Yep, I've definitely forgotten to put the parsley in here on many occasions. Finger licking cat. We do squirrel, deer, turkey, fish hunt. Really, Amanda? Wow. Well, I eat turkey. I'll eat white fish. Now I know why I leave the parsley out. I don't like it. That's why I leave it out. I'm glad I only put a quarter cup in, because it would have ruined it if I put a full cup in. I like parsley, but not that much. This usually tastes better if you can let it sit overnight. But yeah, next time I'm definitely not putting the parsley in it. Doesn't need all of it. It's overkill. I guess it would behoove me just to chop up the sun-dried tomatoes. That way I can make them the right size, and I know they're chopped up. Because it turns out the chopper didn't do that well of a job. Definitely no parsley next time, just like the salami. It's way too much. And mushrooms. So long as they're the funny ones, I'm good. Hey, Garrett's Fishing, it's great to see you, sweetheart. Now I've got a full sink of dishes to do all over again. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Get in there. Soak that one. If I soak them, it'll be better. It'll be easier to clean them. Right? Alright, let's find out how bad it turned out. I've cooked on a grill, yeah. I just kind of started liking to eat mushrooms, to be honest with you. So, I take it slow with them. Wow, I can't imagine putting a cup of parsley in here. A quarter cup is way too much. I guess I like things plain. Alright, the taste test. It's got to be an equal amount. An equal amount of beans to mozzarella cheese ratio to noodle to everything else. I'll eat it. It's not that good compared to all the other times I made it, though. It'll do the trick, though. I think it'll do the trick. It just sucks, though. My sun-dried tomatoes didn't get chopped up small enough. So now the bowl was uneven. You know what I mean? Like if the sun-dried tomato was chopped up small enough, then it would be more dispersed throughout the dish. It didn't chop right. No, we don't know what you mean, Lincoln. What do you mean? I don't know. What do you mean? that they used to hide quarters behind your ears? It's not the best. It's not the worst. But I'll take it. There's my dish. Wait. There it is. That's what it looks like. Tastes pretty good. Next time, no parsley. And the good news is I've got half the dishes done. That should be easy if I stay on top of it. What time is it? 5:30. Oh, my feet are hurting me. I can't even keep track of when I took my medicine, and does it really matter? I was this close to going to getting beer today and a pack of smokes. Besides the fact that I don't have money, I didn't. Moreover, I didn't even stop at the neighbor's house to hit him up for a beer. I didn't even stop at the other neighbor's house to hit him up for a cig. I wouldn't do that anyway, but I have. I was really definitely, what's that word? Not refinement. Yeah, he broke me. I'm glad he did. I think he still has a little more ways to go with the breaking me. But I'd rather do right by him than anything else. So where do I stand with my meals, Heavenly Abba, since I'm in spiritual warfare with people and stuff? If I eat that, okay, I'll eat my yogurt with my fruit, which is my lunch, with my steak and corn, which is my dinner tonight. And then just don't go to sleep right away. All right. So I kind of got to eat 2 more times still, but I don't have to have, like, you're hungry now. Talk to you later, Lincoln. I will talk to you later, as a matter of fact. I'm not wearing makeup, am I? Oh, no, good. That would have sucked if I had makeup on and I'm rubbing my eye. I took a shower today. And I'm still wearing a hat. And I still look the same taking a shower as when I do in the morning and I wake up from it. I guess I can take off my smock, my apron. Wow, do you know? Just sat down now from finishing my dish, and we've been here for an hour. I've been here for an hour. I was here before that. I cooked the pasta. I drained. I mean, that dish, I honestly, when I chop everything and stuff like that, which I prefer to do, that dish takes me 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours to make, to hand chop it. I should have really hand chopped the sun-dried tomatoes, but I haven't made this dish in a long time. Stop, you're not getting any more. You already got dinner. Yes, no more, stop. It's snowing outside. Oh, my feet. Oh, I gotta stay awake. I've been good. I haven't been drinking any Coca-Cola. Keeper, I'm gonna give just because I don't want to hear it. But later I'm not gonna be so kind. I'm gonna say no later. I'm gonna hear it anyway. Since I heard it anyway, I'm giving you a smaller portion of a treaty. I gotta stay awake. I really gotta stay awake. I've been doing pretty good this week, staying up till 11, 12 o'clock. Actually, 1, 2 a.m. Well, I want to keep doing that, guys. I really do. Can you excuse me for a moment? I want to put my pasta away, but I'd like a moment away from the camera. Well, no. But, oh, Keeper, get out of here, you. Uh-uh. No, I don't need your furry nose in here. Uh-uh. I'm telling you. You get out of there. Ha-ha. Get out. I'm like struggling with this thing. Sorry, I just needed a minute. My feet are starting to hurt right now. Again, somebody offered me a couple pain pills, and you know what? Today I accepted. Oh, yes, I did. My feet hurt. If I had a doctor, I would go to my doctor and be like, yo, I need 30 milligrams of roxycodone. Actually, no, forget that. I need 4 milligrams of Dilaudid 4 times a day. Can you give me back my old prescription for about 5 to 7 days, please? I just need it 5 days. I just need it acutely. I'm going to cry. I can't take off my shoes because I got to walk Keeper. That's what it is. I'm standing here cooking for 2 hours. Look at my eyes. I wonder if that's... I probably had residual makeup on. And that's why they look so dark. That doesn't even fit right. Alright, like, I have a bad habit of putting the dishes away and they're not totally, completely dry. I was doing good and trying to wipe them off, but... I got a ton more dishes to do. I'd rather get them done now. Otherwise they build up and I let them sit there forever. And that's a demon for me. Come on. I'm gonna need that later. So what are you guys eating for dinner now that you saw what I made? Wow, Roxy. I pray for you during this snowstorm, Roxy. Oh man, I texted Bridge the other day. I forgot to tell her about the side of my house. She's gonna flip when she finds out. She's gonna be like, Holly, you're the only one that'll believe me. Yeah, I believe you. The demon ripped off the siding from my house. That was a battle and a half. I'm never gonna forget that one. It's pretty hard to forget it. There's been some like backlash from that arachne and the entities it brought from it with it. And then people don't understand. The ones that are outside of Yeshua's love, the ones that are not covered in the blood of the Lamb, they are afflicted worse than ever before with these demons. And they just don't get it. People nowadays are either fully drawn to Yeshua HaMashiach or they're not. Now, I don't mean to pick on anybody, but now Abba had been screaming to me, don't go back. I'm going through this transition period of time, and he's breaking me down or refining me, whatever you want to say. I'm not here to play word games. So anyway, I was trying to get somebody to leave me alone for a long time. But before I was trying to get them to leave me alone, I was kind of stupid and I fell for someone. Now, I left them alone. I went my own way because I knew deep in my heart it wasn't a biblical relationship. Well, there was still a curiosity left, but my wagon was fixed. About a year after I stepped away from the relationship, the person had walked into my life, and when they walked into my life, they had treated me really poorly, but more than that, Abba let me see this person, like really truly see and look into their soul. See that person through Abba's eyes the way he sees that person. And he showed me that person literally, like if you're Heavenly Abba and I'm that person, they basically just went, yeah, I'm going to go seek over here. Now, if I hadn't seen that, it really wouldn't have fixed my wagon. But when I saw that, I was like, damn, I can see why Abba is separating me from this world, because deep down inside I really don't want to be around that person anyway. But I needed to see that really to get beyond the person and to really not want to go back. There were situations when even the Illuminati reached out to me for me to go back. There were other times when I was alone in my house. There were two situations where a person manifested in front of me and said, what do you want to do? I want to serve Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh is what I want to do. Okay. And they left. And then I thought to ask, wait a minute, who was that? What did they want? How did they manifest? What's going on here? But nonetheless, my answer was, I want to serve Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh. But it's a long, oh, my feet are killing me. It's a long, cold, dark road sometimes. No, I take that back, Abba. That's when you're on morphine and methadone and drugs and stuff. You're not a long, cold, dark road. My walk, let me rephrase that again, and I'm sorry. I do want to word it right. My walk with Abba is difficult, heavy, by myself with him. my golden bow. So it can be tough, but I'd rather it be that than the life that I came from, and I don't want to go back to the life that I came from. I don't want to be around the people I used to be around. Tastes like plastic. My neighbor gave me these. I know what you're all going to say. I know what you're thinking. They're rotten. They're bad. I know what's in it. My neighbor gave these to me. I'm thirsty, and I'm not in a position to say no. And I'm happy that it's not Coca-Cola. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I didn't say anything about the vitamin water, okay? No, actually, I take that back, but my feet are killing me. Alright, guys, I'm going to do my dishes, take care of my dog, hopefully fall down a couple rabbit holes. Oh, no, I can't. Ah. Before I take off my shoes, I better take... Alright, so Lincoln, I'll give you a call in a bit. Alright, guys, I'm going to get going because I heard people are getting petty, and I mean, it's like there's something in the air, like these mask Nazis punching my poor grandkid, punishing. So glad they removed the mask mandates. Cool. I received a letter about the cat and immediately was dived bombed by a helicopter. Neighbor Cross looks out at the same time. I don't know, Sarah. Keep a notebook of what happens. Write things down. Ask Heavenly Abba to reveal it to you. I better get going so I can walk Keeper. And I really don't want to sink full of dishes. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, for a little bit. I'd like to come back later and do panels. I was thinking maybe I could start panels now and that would keep me awake. But I can't do it right now because I got to finish something else that I'm working on. So... Alright, let me go because I'm working on something I want to finish, and then once that's done, maybe I can come back and we can all hang out. But also, I got to come up with material that we can talk about, so I'm going to have to fish around the titles of news, what's going on. Hello, Keeper. The furry lady sings. I gotta go. Alright, stop. Alright, the furry ladies. Stop. The furry lady sings. I have to go. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Once I get the show on the road. I love you. I hope you feel better, Sarah. Roxy. I should write these things down, but I just do them off the top of my head. My neighbor gave me this candy. It's actually good. We can do that, no problem. Do you have extra virgin olive oil? Mm. Oh, my feet. Perfect, Roxy. Perfect. Water's perfect, too. Don't worry about it. I would probably use water if I didn't have anything else either. Or if I did have a choice, I'd probably just use water. I gotta bundle up and go outside. It's freezing. I wish I could have somebody walk keeper for me. All right, guys, I better get going. I love you. I shall return. I'm really hoping to return, but yeah, I got a couple of things to do, and I'll get with you too, Roxy. Same with you, Lincoln and Nancy. And then I hope to come back and maybe do panels. So we'll see what goes on, but all right, thanks for hanging out with me for lunchtime. We still got dinner to go. Yeshua blessings.